All right, so I want to go over the two trades I took this week. I never made a recap yesterday. So yesterday was a day going into it where I used to not trade half days and certain days, but I kind of given up on that. I've just seen too many times where I kind of told myself, "Oh, it's a good day to take off," and we end up getting clean price action. So I kind of have a rule now when I go into days like this. What I look for is it's pretty clear when you see price action from say 9:45 to 10:30. If we're just chopping around and not doing much, I just get the hell away from my computer at 10:30, a hard out, because if we haven't seen clean PA from there, meaning decent displacement, leaving fair value gaps, it's a pretty telltale sign that it's not going to get any better, especially when we're closing at noon for the day. But yesterday, as you can see here, this is the NQ chart. This is the NQ chart. This is the 10 a.m. candle close yesterday. So coming into the day, we're just ranging. Let me make this bigger. We're just ranging right now, and we came up this 4-hour fair value gap right here. All right, 1 hour fair value gap, and we had a little on ES. We had a fair value gap here, but really when I was coming into the morning, we had left this overnight, this 1 hour fair value gap here, and I just wanted to see how price reacted to it. If we wicked it and saw strong displacement, I was going to look for longs, wait for a retrace, and play towards. We've got a daily fair value gap up here, but if not, I was just going to go with the trend. We had liquidity down here. So I'll zoom in a little closer now to the 5-minute, and I'll show you the exact trade I took. So yeah, so as you can see here, we've got Asia ranged, took Asia liquidity, and this gave me a lot of conviction here. We had a major sell-off coming into New York Open, and in this sell-off, we did some things that let me know it was more than just a manipulation leg. Just seeing right here, this is a 15-minute fair value gap that got inversed, turned it into a BPR, and also closing through with this much strength through London Asia lows. Typically you'd see a wick and it'll bounce back and forth. Another thing, on ES, we actually never took out Asia lows. We got very close, and I just didn't see us. I didn't see the day progressing without taking out those Asia lows. So basically at this point in time, when New York opens, I'm looking for continuation trade. So I think a lot of traders did thinking this is a reversal. I just was not convinced. So we got this candle here. We came up. Remember, we just placed so strong here that right now we're just filling in higher time frame fair value gaps. And at this point in time, all I'm looking for is to see price action. Right here, we actually, on ES, we had an SMT. So I could see there was some weakness coming into the market. And the trade I was looking to play was a strong close. Let me see. It was a strong close through this fair value gap and aim down towards daily lows. So we start to see some indecision here. The moment that candle closed, I entered the trade. And as you can see, we went right to TP. And now there's no need to get greedy. You know, when we hit TP here, when we hit these lows here, we saw ES take out Asia. That's what I was kind of hoping for when I entered the trade. So I was super happy to get that trade in a half day. Now let's take a look at today's trade. So this is all the overnight action. As you can see, so this is why I always study, like when I'm going into a day and I'm trying to decide my bias, I'm really looking at how overnight action, price action is going. So you can even see, say even this candle structure here, we come up to this already established trend line, hard rejection. Like, you just want to be looking for that momentum in candles and seeing like which side is getting more momentum. Is it the bullish or bearish side? And right here, we're not reclaiming prior highs. We're continuing to reject with momentum, with fast, full candles full of intent. So as we entered the day, even though we came down and took out prior day's low, I was still, let me get caught up. I've gone too far. Yeah, so this is London, this is the 5-minute time frame. Let me get up to, so when I came in, this is where I was doing my pre-market analysis, was about here. This is 9 a.m. And one thing I noticed, what I think a lot of traders did not pay attention to today, was if you look at this gray shaded area, these are about 2 15-minute fair value gaps, but they're actually a lot more than that. What they are, if we go to NQ, let's even just go to the hourly. On NQ, we have a new day opening gap that never got filled. These are high quality draws on liquidity. Not only that, let's go to the daily time frame. What do we have on the daily? This right here, where you see no candle, is a volume imbalance on the daily time frame. So we have a gap on NDQ, and which is the main index. That's the same index. They're all mirrors of each other, but some do leave gaps because they don't open the same trading hours as futures. So yeah, right here. So we've got a double complements here, and again, we're in just ranging shit price action, but I don't think we're going to go higher until these are satisfied. So knowing that, what I was looking for on market open is we had this resting liquidity. I wanted to see a strong impulse move up into this area and then wait for a 5-minute fair value gap to form and just look for momentum to reverse through a bullish fair value gap to present the opportunity to go short. So let's see how the morning played out. So yes, we get just what I was hoping for, a strong impulse up. And now all I'm waiting for is, as you see here, we have this large 5-minute fair value gap. Right now we're at just 935. This is just market open. So I see, bang, right away, sellers are coming in hot and heavy. And I actually had a limit order here at this point, so we get our inversion here. I'm now in the trade, and my TP is where that gap on NQ was. As you can see, this was all marked out in pre-market. And we get right, this is, trades don't get more beautiful than this. You know, the total trade hold time was less than 10 minutes, and we achieved a 1.6 R with substantial size. And look, once we satisfy that gap, let's see how price played out. Like, honestly, thank God I took this trade, because we have another gap on NQ down here, which is a strong draw. You know, we have just taken out a ton of liquidity here, so looking for a lot more continuation after this is kind of getting greedy. But if you see here, we get, how would I do it? Yeah, we get strong. I'm already out of the trade at this point, but we get strong displacement here. And honestly, if I hadn't taken this trade, there's a good shot I would have been in this trade, and it would have been something like, honestly, something like this, and I would have got screwed. We never got there. We totally reversed. So yeah, 2 awesome trading days. Where are we at now? Yeah, looks. There's a good show. We might have put a bottom in here. It looks like buyers are back in the market again. Um, so yeah, no, I'm really happy how the first 2 days went this week. And just goes to show, like I ended like my trading Friday just passed. I was really happy with it. It was just an off day, which can happen on Fridays, just when you're a little bit fatigued after a long week's trading. And I ended up taking a second trade and broke my rules. So I lost two trades in a row with full size on Friday, which I haven't done in a long time. And it took a hit on my accounts. But I came back into this week, refreshed over the weekend, really had an honest look at my performance, and you kind of almost have to learn. Don't take the hangover of trying to make back that money from Friday. I went in yesterday with half size and I got a great 2.5 R, which made up for, even on half size, made up for my mistakes on Friday. Not that you should be carrying one trade into the other. And even today, having the trade I had, that I'm now in better shape than I was at the ending last week. So it just goes to show, it's like each trade is a standalone trade. Don't let them bleed into the next, and just stick to your process. And you're only one or two trades away from rewriting your wrongs if you have made them.